There ain't no party like a pizza party. With the rise of domestic pizza ovens that don't suck, has become the incredible thing that is a pizza party. And I wanted to run you through a video on how I think some tips and tricks on how to make the best pizza party. Because you've got to be organized. Once you're organized, it's good. But you got to make sure you're organized. And the first tip I'm going to give you is to have a menu. And the reason, this will be available in a link below. This is my menu. One controversial one on there. We'll talk about that later. But the reason I suggest you have a menu instead of just having a bunch of ingredients, because it's like a post-mix drink when you're a child. You get a cup at your local fast food takeaway shop, or Buc-ee's if you live in Texas, and then when you're a kid you do this stupid thing where you like to take a bit of everything, and it actually always sucks anyway. So if you have a menu, it's going to make it easier for people just to go, actually I don't want a pepperoni pizza, instead of going, oh, I'm just going to put heaps of random stuff on a pizza. So that's my first tip. Second tip, dough. This is my New York style pizza dough. And I think for a pizza party, it's probably a better option than a Neapolitan pizza for a couple of reasons. The base should be crispier, so they're easier to hold when you're kind of standing up. They tend to be a bit bigger, so also depends on the pizza oven that you've got. I've got this massive thing, so it's kind of okay for me. If you have a smaller, like one of the smaller rock boxes or whatever, you probably just make the dough balls smaller. These are 260 gram dough balls. The other reason why I think this is better is I think it's a bit more forgiving because you cook them at a lower temperature. So we're going to cook this at about 400 degrees inside the oven, and we want to, like the deck or like the bottom of the oven, the stone, at around 400 degrees Celsius, 400 to 420 degrees Celsius, as opposed to like a Neapolitan pizza, you cook much hotter. They cook a lot faster. These will take about 4 minutes to cook, and Neapolitan will take like 90 seconds. So that's that. And then all the ingredients, make sure you got everything ready, good to go. But let's make some pizzas. First things first, tomatoes, good quality, whole tomatoes. Use your hands to crush. So just run your hands through the tomatoes and make a pulp. If you put this in a blender, you're going to aerate it too much, and it becomes kind of all like foamy and fluffy and no good. That's why we do this with our hands. You could do it with like a masher or a ricer, or maybe not a ricer, but you could definitely use a masher or a moolie if you wanted to, but resist the urge to put a stick blender in here or shove it in a food processor. I've definitely done that in the past, but I've learned a better way, and that is literally to use a clean hand and run your fingers through it, and that's it. That's all you need to do. I don't even season my tomatoes. I don't put basil in it. I keep it completely raw, which is controversial, especially because we're doing like a New York style pizza dough. And I think often New York tomato sauces are cooked a little bit. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is what I find works well. So that's our tomato sauce done. Just gonna rinse my hand. Okay, first pizza we'll make is a pepperoni pizza. I'm gonna be very brave and just cook my first pizza straight on camera. It's the first time I've actually used this pizza oven. I've seasoned it, but I've never actually used it. So let's see how this goes. So when this dough takes about 3 days to make, it doesn't actually take 3 days of work. It just takes 3 days of time. You make the dough, you let it sit in the fridge. Then this morning I pulled it out, maybe 3 hours ago, molded it into balls, and then let it prove again. You've got these nice light fluffy balls. They're a bit tacky, but that's okay. Take that out. Flour, you want to use enough flour, but you don't want to use heaps. In the center, a bit more flour on top, and then we're just going to start closest and work away from yourself. So leave like a 2 centimeter gap and push away. Turn 45 and away. And what we're trying to do is keep this kind of crust area to have like a bit of a rim, or like an edge, I guess, a border. Just work that out. So you can see here we've got like a nice sort of 1.5 to 2 centimeter border of dough. Okay, now we can start stretching. So just pulling the dough out and stretching. You don't have to be like rough with it, but you kind of want it to come apart. You don't be too gentle with it. If you find that you're not having it like super round, go back to the finger technique and keep working it out. So I'll show you one dough stretched, and then the next other pieces that we make, we'll just start with a stretched dough. Otherwise we'll be here all day. So you get to this point here where you got like a thinner part here and a thicker part here. So we're just going to kind of focus on that thicker part to stretch it out. And we want this reasonably thin. Pull it out, pull it out. Now here we can see we're getting too thin. We were really careful in that part not to stretch it anymore. It's also important that your dough's at a nice temperature. If it's too warm, it's not going to stretch well. If it's too cold, it's not going to stretch well. So one of the easiest ways to do that is to just use little round takeaway containers to store your dough in if you don't have one of these fancy dough containers. And then use that, because you can just keep individuals and as, oh no, I've ripped me dough. Okay. This is real life. We're gonna keep this in here. So I've just folded that over it and put it back on itself. And now we'll try and stretch it out more in these side parts here. So pizza making is a real art. You see the pizziolas, they kind of make it look super easy. It's not. I kind of wanted this to be a bit bigger, but I feel like if I stretch it much more, we're going to be in all sorts of trouble. So let's just leave that like that. Okay. Peddling Pizza's probably watching this and laughing at me. We've got a reasonable round shape. We're going to start with a pepperoni. Get some tomato sauce on there. You don't need heaps. That's probably 1.5 kind of big kitchen spoons. We might need 2. There's always a debate of where the cheese goes. Does it go on the top or underneath the toppings? And I think it kind of depends on what you're doing. I think with this like New York kind of style, next kind of makes the most sense. So we're going to do sauce, mozzarella, am I doing that right? Yeah, mozzarella and pepperoni. So this is just grated low moisture mozzarella. It's quite a lot yellower compared to like a buffalo mozzarella or like a Florida latte like this. I'll talk about why that's sitting like that in a second. A nice even amount of cheese all around. You don't want too much. If you have too much, it'll make it soggy. Some pepperoni. Don't be shy with it. Around as well. Now, a traditional pepperoni pizza will have those pepperonis that kind of cup up. They can be, I don't know if these will cup up or not. We'll soon find out. Okay, so we'll push all this excess flour to the side. We only want just enough flour to make sure we can get that in there. We don't want any more. We'll take our peel, which is massively oversized for our pizza. Make sure it's dry. This is the first time I've used this today, so I know it is. In we go. Once it's on the peel, we can kind of reshuffle it. Make sure it's the right shape. Because once we put this pizza in the oven, we don't really want to move it. And I've just noticed that I've got a little hole here. Now that's an issue because you're going to have cheese and stuff fall on the bottom and then your pizza's going to stick. So just covered that over a bit and hopefully we don't have an issue, but we'll soon find out. Okay, make sure it moves. We go in, put it down, pull it out, and don't touch it. So the issue is with the hole. If we have a little hole in the dough like we just had then, is that you might find that the cheese comes through, sticks to the bottom of the pizza rather than the whole pizza gets stuck. So that's why we want to avoid that at all costs. But it's like pancakes, your first one always sucks. And this is back of house, we just leave it in here. We're not going to edit this out. I'm only human. So we can see here inside the oven, at the far side, or the side closest to the heat, is starting to cook nicely. So we don't want that to get too much color because we want to have this whole thing in there for as long as we can. So once it's risen, but it hasn't got heaps of color, we can start releasing it from the bottom of the oven. Just being careful of that spot that we know that we've got a pretty thin base. In it goes. You see here, that's where that's stuck because of that hole that I made. So we're not going to put it back in the same spot, we're going to put it back in a different spot. I'm going to try and scrape that off. There we go. So they cook a lot slower than like the Neapolitan style. That's okay. Keep an eye on your temperature. Our kind of dome temperature is at 350 and our deck is at 400. We'll probably want that a little bit higher. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. All that smoke is that piece that got stuck before. So we can try and get that out for no other reason than it's just kind of smoky. All right, how are we looking? Just those pizza ovens look immaculate until you cook the first pizza in them. So we're going to look underneath and you can see there's that hole there. I'm actually going to pull that out, otherwise we're risking it. Probably would like to cook that a bit further, but because of that hole in it, we're just going to risk like destroying the whole pizza. So it's a great example of what not to do. So there's the pepperoni pizza. Let's cook another one and we'll get much more color on the next one. Okay, I'm going to show you another dough stretching episode because embarrassingly I completely butchered that last one. And then we're going to make a controversial pizza. We're going to make a Hawaiian. Why? I don't order Hawaiian pizza, but I don't have an issue with it. Like if you want to have pineapple on your pizza, go for it, I don't care. The reason I always have it on my menus when I'm doing pizza parties is because I'm of the age where all my friends have kids, and kids quite like Hawaiian pizzas. So who am I to take that away from them? So same as before, but this time we're not going to put a hole in our dough, are we, duck? No, we're not. So we're going to be much more careful because, as we saw, it becomes quite the drama. Stretch the pizza out. And now we start stretching it with our hands. Trying to keep it as even as possible and as thin as possible without ripping a hole in it, causing too much trouble. So keep working it, keep working it. And once we do this one, we'll just go straight to toppings. And don't worry, we saw the comments. Caitlin will be in later and she can explain her life choices. Sometimes it is easier to do this. It doesn't, some people probably think that this is done for effect, and it certainly can be done for effect. There's whole like competitions on pizza throwing, but it's a really good way to stretch dough by using gravity. So you kind of hold the rim and kind of turn it around, and how long you hold it for is kind of how far it stretches. I find it quite an easy way to stretch dough. Okay, let's try and start working it into more of a round shape. So a pineapple pizza actually came from Canada, of all places. I'm not sure what the exact story is, I just know it's a Canadian invention and has caused drama all over the world since, especially with the Italian community. But I mean, it's been embraced worldwide, hasn't it? I think you can find a Hawaiian pizza on pretty much in pretty much every city in the world. Although I wonder if you'd find one in Naples. So I think the trick with like anything is like to make, like if you're gonna do it, put a bit of effort into it. Like buy a fresh pineapple and cut it, well, if you live in somewhere where you can find fresh pineapple, buy a fresh pineapple and cut it up into nice pieces. Use the same tomato sauce that you would for your other pizzas, and use like half decent leg ham, half decent cheese. And it kind of makes sense, right? Like if you think about the flavor combination, I know it's not traditional, but smoky ham, sweet pineapple, you know, tomato sauce. It does make sense as a flavor combination. And maybe I just don't order it because I'm scared of the ridicule I'll get if someone sees me ordering it. Maybe secretly I do like a Hawaiian pizza and that's why I have it on the menu. Who knows? Okay, I'll be honest, I thought I'd be able to stretch these doughs to a bit of a bigger pizza, but that feels about as big as I kind of dare after the last disaster. Anyway, tomato sauce. We'll go 1.5 or just over 1.5 spoons, working from the center all the way out, leaving around a 1 centimeter rim at the edge. A little bit more. Next, low moisture mozzarella. Spread evenly. Next we're going to go the ham, so some smoked leg ham. Break it up, otherwise you don't want big pieces, especially for the kids. Secretly just making this pizza for me. Really exposing myself in this video, aren't I, Ben?
Pork and pineapple's good.
Pork and pineapple's good. And some fresh pineapple. On that goes. Now you can do a little bit of dry herbs as well, which isn't like a bad thing, like a little bit of dried oregano. Just a little bit though. And the other thing I'm going to do, because I was really happy with the crust on that, but I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil around the outside. Try and get a bit more color on the outside before the bottom's ready. So we are at 406. I'm going to turn that flame up a bit and we'll load it in. Now we're on our peel, we're going to give it a zhuzh. And again, I've bloody torn a hole in my dough. It's very annoying. That's okay. Make sure it moves. Center of the oven, down, out. A little bit dark on that side. There you go, Hawaiian pizza. A little bit dark on this side, but not too bad. This is kind of the color I was going for. Let's have a look at the undercarriage. Yeah, nice color. Dough's nicely cooked. Next up, let's make a Capricciosa. Okay, Capricciosa. Tomato. Mozzarella. Ham. This is just leg ham. You could use like pancetta or prosciutto if you wanted to. Mushrooms. Olives. I just get these like Kalamata olives, but I break them so they're pipped, but I just pull my fingers through them. And artichoke. So I've got these artichoke halves. We're just going to cut these in half or into 3. Stunning. Oh, there's an oven there. Little zhuzh in the oven. And then onto this, I'm gonna grate some fresh pecorino. A little bit of basil, just torn at the end. Sometimes you'll see pizziolas putting basil on before it goes in the oven, sometimes after. I don't mind it either way, to be honest. Just a little bit of olive oil. Done. All right, Veggie Supreme. Tomato. On this one, we're going to use Florida Latte. Same thing applies to buffalo mozzarella. So because this is it's a much wetter cheese, what I've done is taken them out of the packet yesterday and then put them on some cheesecloth and left them in the fridge uncovered overnight. And that'll let any extra whey kind of come out overnight, and you won't end up with a super soggy pizza. So then we got some capsicum or bell pepper. The trick is with this one is not to put too much of stuff on there. Mushroom. When I say too much, you can have lots of variation, just like be strategic about how much of each one you put on there. Some sliced red onion. We'll put some artichokes on here. And some olives. And we've got a little bit of garlic oil here this time. Give it a zhuzh. The Veggie Supreme. Let's make a cheese pizza.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm coming in with the important stuff. Oh, it's hot.
It's a pizza oven.
Oh, is there room for me here?
Just, yeah.
I can take over this chopping board?
Yeah, I don't need it anymore.
Get flour on my laptop. That's cool.
Everyone missed you.
I'm back.
I'm not enough. Yeah.
I get it. Well, I'm back.
What's your favourite pizza, Caitlin? Don't say margarita.
No, it's not.
Oh.
You know what? I either like a spicy sausage.
Ooh.
I forget what it's called. Is it on your list?
No. Andouille?
Yeah. You don't have it on there. Otherwise, I actually really love potato and rosemary.
That's next. We're doing a 4 cheese one, and then we'll do potato and rosemary.
Okay. How good. Everyone loves a pizza party.
Dude, we got a pizza party coming up for...
Yeah, is this in preparation for my sister's engagement party?
Yeah, basically.
she roped Andy in to do the food, the catering. Not really catering. They have they're going to bring up their Gosney to my parents' house, and she asked nicely if Andy wants to look after the pizza oven, i.e., cook all the food. So it's going to have a little pizza station there, and you can't have pizza without some wine. So we're drinking some wine. It's not Italian. Right? I didn't have any Italian wine, so we're going a Cinso, which is a French grape, but this one is from McLaren
French.
It's from McLaren
French wine from Australia.
Yeah.
For a pizza party.
Yeah. Because that's what I had. So that's what we're going with. But it's slightly chilled, and it's really hot outside.
It is
I
hot.
thought it was like the perfect little...
It's like 26 or something today, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 36 degrees or something.
Australia, mate.
Australia. Okay, 4 cheese, stretch the base. I put a little bit of garlic oil on the bottom, which is a little bit controversial, but that's just to help us spread out the, this is like a smooth ricotta, which is kind of the whole base of the whole thing. And then we have some mozzarella like before, not too much. And some, what's it called? What's the Italian blue cheese called?
Is it on this list?
No, I think it's just called blue cheese on there. I've forgotten the name. Is it
it's not
S?
Rockford, is it?
No, that's English. I've forgotten the name. It's outrageous.
Italian blue cheese.
Yeah. Pretty sure it starts with S. Excuse me, I need to get
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. That's not. Oh, it doesn't start with S at all.
The main Italian blue cheese is Gorgonzola.
There you go. Some Gorgonzola. And some, we'll go pecorino. So, ricotta, Florida latte, Gorgonzola, pecorino.
Fior di latte?
Yeah. The other thing I'm going to do is a little bit of black pepper.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you have Gorgonzola on it.
Oh, I do. Should have just read my own menu.
You don't have Fior di latte on here, though.
What do I have? Mozzarella.
Ricotta on Parmesan.
Yeah, but mozzarella's Florida latte.
It's Fior. It's not Fleur. Fior di latte.
Give it a zhuzh. You got some questions for me while I'm cooking this?
Yeah, lots. And some comments as well.
Okay.
Criteria was the word you were looking for last week.
In relation to what?
I don't know.
What was the word?
I can't remember what part of the criteria. There was a word that you were looking for last week. And people were saying I was yelling at the screen.
Someone was
criteria.
probably. They were all probably yelling at Gorgonzola just then too.
Probably. Lots of comments about the video format changing, the time changing.
It's all your fault, Caitlin.
I'm sorry, that is my fault. I'm opting out. Not completely, I'm still here. I'm just coming in a bit later. No, we're just trying to do different video ideas and different styles, and some of these video ideas doesn't make sense for me to be out here the whole time. If I was out here the whole time, I'd already be sweating buckets, and I'm just in Andy's space, so I'm coming in a little bit later, but I'm still around. I'm still reading your comments. I'm still answering your comments. And then, yeah, the time thing. So we obviously moved it to Monday afternoon just to try something different, but there's no reason for it. So if you really want it back on a Sunday afternoon, I don't know, let's take a vote. Put in, and it doesn't have to be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, what day do you actually sit down? Do you want to sit down and watch this video?
The only thing I will say is if we do change it back to a Sunday, you're going to go like 10 days without a video because we don't shoot these far ahead. Do you know what I mean? So if we're going to post this one on Monday. If you guys go, oh, we want it on Sunday, you're not getting another video.
Here we can.
Until, why? How?
Because we film it on, so this one.
We're filming this on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it's going live next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one will be filmed next week.
4 cheese.
On a Monday. So it could still go live on a Sunday.
Yeah, but it's a bigger gap. That's what I'm trying to say. It's absolutely can go live on a Sunday.
Okay.
But it will be a 10-day gap.
Anyway.
This makes sense, Ben, yeah? He was listening.
No,
it doesn't make sense. It's actually, it'll be a shorter time frame. But yeah.
No.
Anyway. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. We can go back to Sunday because obviously that's where everyone's used to this video going live. So Sunday at 5 was our old time, Australian time. Now we're in Sydney, so it's daylight savings time. But yeah, I don't know. Let us know. Tell us what day you want, what time you want, whatever you guys want. But not everyone, because everyone's going to have a different opinion. So we'll just have to go with the majority. Okay, some questions. You added dry avocado leaf to the burrito with the rice or the beans?
The beans.
Someone asked, what flavor does that add to the beans?
It doesn't taste like avocado. It doesn't. It's hard to describe. I guess it's like. It's a good question. It's really hard to describe, but it's not. It doesn't taste like avocado, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's just like I guess a kind of earthy. I keep wanting to say bay, but it doesn't really taste like bay leaf anyway. So,
okay.
Yeah. Sorry to not really be able to answer that. It's very hard to describe.
Go try it yourself.
Yeah.
My partner and I are going to your pop-up at Bessie's.
Hey.
That's awesome. I went to look. We were planning to, I guess, launch it in here, but the tickets sold very quickly. But that's really exciting. That is next. Well, this will come out. This video will come out on Monday, so it'll be 2 days later.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun event.
Will be a fun event.
So we'll
let us know.
Make sure you say hi.
If
we'll be there.
If we should do more pop-ups in different cities.
Yeah, I think different cities would be cool, and different types of venues. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe do like a pub or a
pub.
Yeah, I love a good pub. We're going with a pub.
I don't drink.
Yeah, but they have good food. Pubs that have like good food. You don't have to drink. It's all about some of them are about the food.
Pubs are kind of about drinking, but anyway.
And they also said, personally, we enjoy all the video formats.
Thank you. They saw the comments.
If you could design a dish that represents the feeling of cooking for someone you love, not just the flavor, what is it?
Sorry? That was very deep.
Yeah, so if you're going to cook a dish for someone you love, and it's not necessarily about the flavor, but the feeling of cooking it. What were you cooking? What's really romantic?
I don't know.
Something French?
Something slippery.
Why?
I don't know.
Very, very deep.
Sorry, I've got nothing. So we're doing Caitlin's favourite pizza next. I'm changing the subject really quickly because
he doesn't have an answer for that.
Got no answer. Mm-hmm. This is one of my favourite pizzas too. So we've got like a Bianco base or a white base, which you can do a white base a few different ways. You can do it like ricotta, like we did with the 4 cheese, or like we're going to do here, which is just with olive oil. So and then Florida latte or mozzarella, sorry. Potato, rosemary, delicious pizza.
Yeah. When do we get to eat the pizza?
You can eat this one when it comes out of the oven, but I will need my chopping board back for that.
Oh. But it's dirty now.
Yeah, actually, don't worry about it.
Sorry.
You're a grub.
Oh, my laptop. Yeah.
So I've just got some red royal potatoes that I've sliced very thin on a mandolin right before I'm about to use it, and then got some garlic oil here that we're spreading along the base. Then we'll put the potatoes next. Just one thin layer. They're very thin, so they will cook in time. But you don't want them to you don't want too many, or they won't cook. You don't want them like overlapping really at all.
How's your weekend?
Yeah, good. I did an event on Saturday, and then
Oh, you did?
yeah, I'm learning to play golf, so that was my weekend.
Gets to a
certain
birthday.
A certain age, and he starts playing golf.
Decides to pick up golf as a hobby.
How ironic.
Went from surfing and cycling to golf.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was pretty chill. Went for a walk along the beach with my mate Ella. It was lovely.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got any more questions for me?
I got heaps.
Oh.
I always have trouble with my biryani burning at the bottom of my pot.
Oh.
Even though I only use a medium heat for less the time that's recommended at the beginning of your recipe.
Yeah.
Any additional tips on that?
Yeah, put something else underneath it, under the pot, like thick piece of cast iron or something to even your heat, because it depends on what you're doing. Like
in between the
pot and the heat source.
pizza.
Especially if
Okay.
you're doing it on like a
Like a cast iron griddle or something.
yeah.
Okay.
My last biryani video talked about it on the main channel. We did it on what's called a tawa, which is like a big piece of cast iron.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that just distributes the heat
Just
a little bit.
yeah, distributes the heat a bit. Yeah, and it also depends on the pot. If you're just doing like a stainless steel pot or something, or you kind of really need to be like in like a good quality, like Dutch oven with like a thick base, that'll distribute the heat better.
It smells so good. Love rosemary.
Rosemary loves you. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of salt on this just to season those potatoes more than anything. And a little drizzle more oil.
How do you like the battery-powered KitchenAid tools that you used in the last few videos?
I really like them because, I mean, this is a very a reason for us only for filming. It's really easy because there's no cables.
Yeah.
But they work great. It makes perfect sense.
Nagi did a big shout out for
the blender.
the stick blender, the battery stick blender was her product, and I have no doubt it went crazy after Nagi posted about it. So, yeah.
Last pizza in the oven.
Okay. What rice cooker do you use, and what should you look for in a rice cooker?
I don't know what the one is I use. I think it's a Panasonic.
I think it's a Panasonic.
But I just brought it.
You don't need to spend much money on them, right? You can.
You can.
You don't need to.
There's like the one we had before this one, which we had for ages, was like $20 from Kmart or something. So yeah,
it worked well.
I wouldn't stress about it. Like I don't use any of the functions on the one that we've got either. I just like
Cook rice.
cook rice.
I think it's handy if it has does it have the different rice types?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Oh, so like if you're cooking brown rice, which takes longer than white rice, you can still just cook rice and it works it out?
Yeah, I mean, no. I haven't cooked brown rice in a long time, to be perfectly honest, but I would probably cook brown rice in a pot still over a rice cooker because it is harder to cook. It takes a lot more heat.
Okay. All right. I've definitely done brown rice in the rice cooker. But... Where'd you get your lime?
The 3 times Caitlin's cooked.
I'm sending it. No, I have cooked here once, twice. Made some eggs.
Here?
I made some fish. Yeah. You weren't here,
No.
so I had to feed myself.
No one else was here.
No one else was here. Oh no. Yeah. Where'd you get your lime or lemon juicer from?
What one?
Did you use the yellow one?
Oh, it's just any like commercial kitchen store.
Yeah. Someone actually said in the comments that they thought that was like a very useless kitchen tool to have because it's such a single purpose.
They're the best things
But
ever.
after using it, they're like, it's so good. Gets all your juice out.
Let's get a bit of parmesan on that. There you go, potato, cheese, and rosemary.
I'm really worried about the pizza.
pizza.
That's at Duck's height. Did you go near that pizza? You look guilty. Did you lick the pizza? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the cameras. It's been good. Oh yes. Question for my next burrito party.
Burrito party.
I hate being stressed in the kitchen when the people have already arrived. So how would you handle preparing burritos for 8 to 10 people?
Ooh, good question.
Should you make them and put them in the oven for after sealing, or just in tinfoil wrap on the counter? Open for suggestions.
Oh, make them fresh.
Make them fresh. So just
Yeah.
prep everything.
Yeah, and I know that's exactly the opposite of the answer that they wanted, but that's the answer I'm giving them.
A pizza.
Make your mates help you.
So
I mean, if you wanted a solution of them all, it's to like make them but don't seal them, but you need to make them just before they get there, and then seal them once they're there. If that makes sense.
Okay, the best is wrapping them all up. Getting everything prepped, you can do that in advance.
Yeah.
And then once everyone's there,
Yeah.
wrap them all up, seal them,
Yeah.
serve.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How do you know when black beans are cooked?
When you can take one in your hand and squash it and it completely squishes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or you just eat one and it doesn't taste chalky.
Someone said we found a vegan, vegetarian version for the protein press. That's the beans.
Yeah. They,
Oh, that's hot.
yeah. Good, pretty happy with that. Nice colour. Holds well.
Is it hot?
Delicious.
Yeah, not soggy.
Ask another question before you put something in your mouth.
All right. Does anyone else play the album in the background while playing the video? That's what we're saying.
No.
It's not really a question for you, but there you
That's very
go.
cool.
I've been watching a lot of the fallow in service POVs. They keep saying something amount of ingredient all day or similar. What does all day mean?
Usually how many you've got left of something. So if you're running a special, for example, and you start the night with 24 portions of the barramundi dish that you're having on special, halfway through the night the chef will be like wanting to keep track of that, and you'll say, hey Ben, how many barramundis you got left? And he'll say, I've got 12 all day. Or can be the opposite, not the opposite, but it can be like if you're really busy and you've got the chef who's cooking on that section wants to know how many of that dish he's got on order, he'll say, hey chef, how many barramundis have I got on order? And the chef will say, you've got 6 on order all day. That means in the tickets that they've got on the docket, whether that's on hold, whether that's a la minute, whether that's, you know, straight up, he's got 12 portions all day. So that chef knows, or 6, I said, that chef knows he's got 6 portions sold. Then he's got 18 left or whatever it is.
There you go.
Just means total, basically. Thoughts?
This is so good. Yeah, this
Delicious.
is delicious. Oh, good. One more question.
Okay.
Let me finish my bite. Considering this recipe would be good for people needing serious low-cal, high-protein meal, have you ever considered another channel for such a thing?
No, no more channels for now. Maybe a golf channel. Should I start a golf channel?
What are you doing? Learning how to play golf.
Learning how to play
I reckon
golf.
there's enough of those channels out. I don't know. Do you want to see that?
No, no.
Focus on the 2 channels we have.
Yeah. And I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not like a, I like keeping fit and all that, but that's not my warehouse. Good food for good people. Honest food from a chef's perspective. Some fancy, some not so fancy. We make mistakes. We keep those mistakes in. Like the mistake I made at the start, which I'm still very embarrassed about.
What did you make us up? What did you do?
I just stretched my dough too hard and tore a hole in it.
Oh no.
That's all right.
Rookie, yeah. Ah, it's all about learning,
It is.
you know?
I'm not a pizziola, just a humble cook.
I love pizza. Oh my gosh,
good.
that's so good.
Thanks, legends. We'll see you next week on Sunday, Monday. Who knows?
Whatever you decide. Drink my wine. Did you eat that?
I think I did.
No, he's a good boy. He's just waiting.